My friends, welcome. Welcome aboard. Early morning video. Literally fell out of bed. Day after Mother's Day. I want to wish everybody out there, all you moms out there, moms in every sense of the word out there, happy Mother's Day. Every single one of you make the world a better place. Thank you. Interesting week, fellas. Interesting week, fellas. Guys and gals, my friends. Interesting week. But a beautiful week nonetheless. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Are you guys ready for adventure? The high seas. I'm doing fantastic. I hope you guys are doing fantastic as well. God bless you all. Okay, well, let's just get right to it, right? This past weekend also was a local toy and comic show here in town. I was debating whether to go or not. But I had to, or needed to. These little shows or these little cons, or they're scarce. They don't happen too often here in town. So when they happen, I need to go. But this month of May, the local con, the big one, the big con, was moved from October to May for reasons unbeknownst to all of us. But it was moved, and it's 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, right? So I'm saving my pennies, right? So when I knew like 6 to 7 months in advance that this predicament was going to happen. The predicament meaning that the shows are 2 weeks apart and they need to save some cash, some pennies. So I reluctantly, reluctantly went to the show, knowing that whatever I spent, I was gonna have to subtract from the con that's coming in 2 weeks, which is a huge one. But I went anyway. So this little haul from from the local toy comic show, it's still very small. But I did come out winning because I finally found my girl, Angela, the Marvel Legends series of Guardians of the Galaxy. I wanted to find her, I didn't want to spend no $30, $40 for her. But this guy, he had her there for $25, so I had to get her. So I scored with her. But anyway, there was a lot of stuff over there, great stuff, want to get stuff, want to buy this, buy that, but hold off for the con. I only bought like 3 or 4 books. 3 books and a few trades. So I got Angela, right? Angela, beautiful, beautiful Angela. Neil Gaiman's Angela. She started in Spawn, right? And now she's in Marvel. And Sideshow Collectibles also is going to have a statue of her coming out later this year. So we'll see what happens. If I get her or not. But anyway, this has to suffice for now. So there she is, with her swords and everything, and her awesome hair, and wings, and awesomeness. So anyway, so I got her. I had to. Vigilante, #1. Always wanted this book. Could never find it. I happened upon it. Same guy where I bought the figure. Actually, the next 2 books also, the same guy I bought the figure. Whoa, what's wrong with me today? Damn, it's cold in here. Whoop. Vigilante #1. I have a history for this book with this character. Fourth or fifth grade. This kid had a bunch of books, and he had the first, I guess, the 12. I'm not sure. I think it was 12. The first 12 issues. The first 8 to 12 issues of this series. Series by Mr. Marv Wolfman, I believe. I think it's finally came out. It finally came out on trade, but I haven't seen it. But anyway, I happened upon it. I had to get it. I remember reading it. It's awesome. It's got a lot of action, adventure. So, cool costume. I know, back to 80s style, but still love it. Great costume. Just a great story. Anyway, so I got that one from him, and I got this one too. Man-Thing #5. Marvel Comics Group, 25 cents. The most startling swamp creature of all. The Man-Thing, Night of the Laughing Dead. I found this cover, I don't know, intriguing, very cool and mysterious and sad at the same time. This is done by Mr. Plug. Just incredible. I love the cover. Man, I had to get it. He gave me a deal with this little stack that I have, What I got? Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, Marvel Comics Group number 16, 35 cents. The Beetle and the Badge. Well, like I said, one of my favorite villains, the Beetle. With those hands and those tubes. Hilarious. Had to get it. So, the little con, just been there for years. I love going to it, There are vendors there that are friends of mine. Ran into a lot of cool people, cool friends. Anyway, on the same, I guess I would have to say on the same level, because there's like two little levels, right? This guy was selling a lot of trades. So you buy the first one at $10 and the next one was $5. So it was like 2 for $15. So I got this one for the 10. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Ghostbusters. Yeah. I have the original, the books, but I never read them. But I want to read this one. Let's see what it says in the back. Love Ghostbusters? Love Ninja Turtles? Yeah, you're gonna love this. When a new invention goes haywire, the Turtles are sent to a whole new type of New York City. One with a whole lot more ghosts. The Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters. The two teams will have to learn to get along quickly because a new foe from the Turtles' past has followed them and aims to conquer New York City. Written by Eric Burnham and Tom Waltz with art by Stan Skoenig. Fantastic. Two of my favorite teams together. $10? Absolutely. And then for $5, Hellboy, Darkness Calls. Trade paperback, number 8. Like I said before, I want to collect all the trades, right? I have some of the books. I've missed some of them, but I want to get all the trades at least. So there's sometimes... Damn, I'm yawning. So there's sometimes, or I don't know which ones I have. But for $5, hell yeah. Hellboy. And then I asked the guy, hey, well, can I get another one for $5? He goes, sure. Awesome. So I got from the award-winning writer of Watchmen, Alan Moore, Saga of the Swamp Thing, Book 1. I've never read any of the books of Swamp Thing by Alan Moore. And I go, you know what? Now's the perfect time. And a lot of people rave about this series. A lot of people talk about this series. It's one of Alan Moore's uh, awesome take of the Swamp Thing. Awesome story. So, I'm going to read this. But anyway, all those three trades for $20? Man, that's fantastic. Fantastic, my friends. So, here we go. Have another haul from MIDTOWN Comics. X-O Manowar, #1, Soldier. This is the second print from Valiant Comics. And this cover swipe from the original, actually from the Star Wars poster from Greg and Tim Hildebrandt. And anyway, so yeah, I had to get. I want to get. So I got this one, and then I finally found, or actually, I called. I called. Actually, I emailed IDW about the book that I wanted from the Ghostbusters or Ghost Corps 101. That they had the picture of the original cast, right? #1. Actually, this is #2. Egon, the late Harold Ramis, or Ramis. But this is #2. But the guy, the gentleman told me, emailed me back saying, it is the cover, but it's the back cover. I said, oh, okay, my bad. So I'm waiting for that one in the mail, and but this is #2 that just came in. Shout out to the late great Harold Ramis, who was a great actor and also a great director too. You are sadly missed, sir. You're hilarious. Okay, let's see, what else? DC Universe Rebirth, Harley Quinn, #19, the Frank Cho variant. You see Harley Quinn there at a drive-through. She says, "And large fries." Fantastic. And then this was the other cover. I think this is the one by Amanda Connor. And then it's Harley Quinn peeling back part of the cover. And Harley says at the bottom, "Hey, you gotta wait till page 15 to read my backup story, just like everybody else." Awesome. The backup story also by, I think it's by Mr. Paul Dini, co-creator of Harley Quinn. And who's the other co-creator? Anybody know? Anybody? Yes, Mr. Bruce Timm. Okay, Man Thing #3. A makeout cover by Mr. R.L. Stein. Fantastic. Still haven't read any of these, but I want to. I'm intrigued by the Man Thing. I'm going backwards. #2. Man Thing #2. Focus here? Focus, man. Focus. Man Thing #2. Guy changing into the Man Thing. Man Thing, Swamp Thing. There's a theme this episode. Young Blood #1. Young Blood #1, my friends. Celebrating the future of comics. Image 25th anniversary, 25 years. Cover swipe by Young Blood #1, but cover swipe by Mr. David Finch. After Liefeld, sorry. early in the morning. My friends, early in the morning. The cover strike from the first ever Youngblood comic, first ever Image comic by Mr. David Finch. I'm surprised that Rob Liefeld didn't do it. But anyway, had to get it. Youngblood, you know, good story. My favorite character is Die Hard, which is this guy right here, and Bedrock. Those are my two favorite. And then there's Chapel. Chapel did, right? He's a guy who killed Al Simmons. Spawn. XO Battle War. Number 2. Soldier. Haven't read this one yet, but I love the story, man. The story is fantastic. So I can't wait to read this one. And, you know, Valiant. Leave it to Valiant. Look at this is a thick book, man. Chock full of story, art. You go, Valiant. Okay. Wonder Woman number 21. The Jenny Frieson variant. Beautiful. Just beautiful cover. Look at that. Beautiful cover. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see here. And then I got the regular cover. I don't know who this is from. That's pretty. Very pretty, nonetheless. The Truth. Okay, Hillbilly number 6 by Albatross Comics. By Mr. Eric Powell, creator of The Goon also. Awesome. For you guys who don't know or want to read this series, I can't find the first 4 or 5 issues. The trade has come out. So, look for that in your local comic shop. LCS. Scarlet Spider, number 1. Action figure variant. Fantastic. I mean, to me, I love the Scarlet Spider. I know they brought him back, and he was the Jackal, and blah blah blah. But my friends, you know, like I said before, you know, the purpose of the show is to showcase books, my books for my personal collection. And just recently, I found the box with probably the entire Clone Saga in it. That was back in the 90s. I think it was 94. I'm not sure. So I'll be showcasing that whole box soon. And I'll be talking about the Clone Saga. The highs and lows. The whys and why nots. The experiment I think that Marvel tried to do and then it went wrong. Anyway, getting into it. But anyway, so he's back. The action figure variant cover. And then I guess the regular cover. Ben Riley, Scarlet Spider. Number 1. Great cover. By Mr. Mark Bagley. And I think Mr. Mark Bagley drew some of the Clone Saga. I think, I'm not sure. Harley Quinn number 18. Summer sale, half off. By Mr. Frank Cho. Frank Cho, the man can do no wrong. Isn't that great? Okay. Spawn 272. I guess this is the the first appearance of a new villain. I don't know. Thought it was cool. McFarlane drew this one. Mr. Todd McFarlane. Then the True Believers. I got this one of X-Men number 1. Giant-sized X-Men number 1. Maybe one day I can get it. Maybe. For real. Maybe. perhaps. The True Believers. But it's good that, that Marvel decided to do some reprints and that really, really cheap. Just for $1 each, I think. For X-Men #1, back in the day, giant size X-Men #1, introduction of the new team. Fantastic! Okay, so let's get on to the meat of this haul. Okay, my friends? The meat of this haul. The meat of this haul is my personal collection. Like I said before, I was on the other side of town for free comic book day, and I got a couple boxes, and I started to take some stuff out. So, this is some of the stuff that I found. Good stuff. X-Men. Great cover. X-Men #114 by Mr. Frank Quitely. Fantastic, man. Look at that. Look at that cover. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. E is for Extinction, Part 1 of 3. The new X-Men. Cool. The Amazing Spider-Man #30 by Mr. J. Scott Campbell. Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful. Love that cover. Okay. Peter Parker, Spider-Man #29. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know who did this one, but man, this is beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Incredible. Beautiful. Peter and MJ. Beautiful moment. Great cover. And then I found this one. This one, let me see here. This one is Fathom #9 by Mr. Michael Turner. But look at this cover. Look at that beautiful cover. Man, it's like this beautiful hollow foil type deal, Look at that. I'm going to show you guys. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I don't remember where I got this. Back in the day, it cost me $20. But look at that. Again, it's one of those covers that it lights up, and like it's, I don't know, it's like, I'm moving them up and down, right? But like it shows like, I don't know, like an array of emotions, Look at that. Oh, watch out, man. Watch out. And then she's all innocent right here. Yes. Beautiful, beautiful cover. You go, Fathom. Michael Turner. Beautiful cover. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Well, it's Fathom #9. Then you have Witchblade. It says Pittsburgh Convention exclusive, limited to 5,000. I don't know how the hell I got that. I've been to Pittsburgh, but that was many years ago. I was a little kid, so I don't know how the hell I got this one, but look at that beautiful cover by Mr. Q Cha. But this is a preview of, I guess, of #40. But man, look at that cover. It's beautiful. Look at that beautiful face. Dang. Beautiful face. Beautiful cover. Limited to 5,000. Alright. Extreme X-Men. I don't know what this is. #2? August 2001. Blindside. But it has everybody's favorite, my favorite, Psylocke. I think this is by Mr. Salvador La Roca. Great cover. Great cover. I think it's by him. Yeah, La Roca. Beautiful. Look at that. Man, it's a beautiful cover. Beautiful. Daredevil Yellow, #1. The Championship Season by Mr. Jeff Loeb and Mr. Tim Sale. You know, this series is awesome. Fantastic. If you guys have never read this one, never read this series, the series is 6 books. Daredevil Yellow is mind-blowingly great and awesome. Story and art. And it deals with the different chapters of Matt Murdock's life, you know. This one obviously is that he's there with his dad, you know. It goes through every chapter of the highlights of his life thus far. And Jeff Loeb, of course, you know, master storyteller. Mr. Tim Sale, his beautiful works, they look like watercolor and paint and ink. Just beautiful. Daredevil Yellow, of course, you know, because of the yellow costume. But pick it up and trade. It's a beautiful story. You won't regret it. Superman, First Strike. Our World's at War. Superman number 172 by Loeb. Again, Mr. Jeff Loeb. McGinnis and C. Smith. Fantastic cover because I love, you know, the blacks, you know. It's like a silhouette type, you know, cover. I think this is happening in Smallville. It's like an explosion. It was beautiful, beautiful cover. Beautiful. One of my favorites. Tomb Raider number 14. Not Mr. Adam Hughes. But it's by Mr. Andy Park. But look at that cover. It's beautiful. Lara Croft, beautiful, gorgeous. Tomb Raider. Beautiful cover, number 14. G.I. Joe, number 2. By Mr. J. Scott Campbell. It's too early in the morning. G.I. Joe, a real American hero, number 2, by Mr. J. Scott Campbell. Okay. Alias. Yes, the original. Max Comics, Alias number 2. This one I don't think is worth too much. The first one's worth some bucks. But this one I don't think that's too much. By Brian Michael Bendis. Alias. It's Jessica Jones. Ultimate Marvel Team Up number 7. Spider-Man, Punisher, and DD Daredevil. Cover by Mr. Bill Sienkiewicz. Look at that. Look at that cover. Reminds me of the series, man. Look at that. You see, there's Punisher, DD. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Beautiful cover. Mr. Sienkiewicz. Great stuff. Stanley, just imagine Stanley Superman. Just imagine Stanley with John Buscema creating Superman. Cool cover. And I have another one. Just imagine Stanley's Green Lantern with Dave Gibbons. Fantastic. Isn't that great? Okay. New X-Men. Number 118. Scott Summers on the cover. Again, another cover by Mr. Frank Quitely. Cool cover. J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl sketchbook. Isn't that great? Love it. Fantastic. Okay. There's that. Here's some more coming up. Again, from my personal collection. The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know what number this is. But this is Marvel Authentics. And it's got a certificate of authenticity. But let's show you the cover first. Spider-Man. This is done by, I think, by Mr. John Romita Jr. Beautiful, beautiful sketch cover. You know, the pencils, you know. It's just beautiful stuff, man. I got this back in the day, man. I don't even remember. And in the back it says, let's see what it says. Certificate of Authenticity, again, Dynamic Forces, has issued this certificate to authenticate this copy of Amazing Spider-Man #1. Marvel Authentics Limited Edition comic as one of a specially limited series of 6,500 copies. This is number 4,827. Great cover. Great, great cover. Love this book, man. And then I found this one too, by Mr. Andy Park. Tomb Raider #9. Part 3 of 4. Sketch cover. Beautiful, man. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Pencils, man. Just gives it a whole other feel, a whole other energy, you know? Man, look at that. Beautiful stuff, man. Okay? And then I found this one really interesting. Superman, number 174. You see Soup's costume on the table. I mean, sorry, on the chair. And then you see his parents with the phone. His parents' picture, crack in it. That's awesome. I love it. And then Alias #1. Yes, it's that one. The original. Max Comics. Yeah, awesome. Never read it. I just had it there. By Brian Michael Bendis. He's the one that started it all. Max line. They wanted to be a little bit more risque. A little bit more adult-oriented. Parental advisory, explicit content. Yes, this is the original. Alias. And I found this one too. Origin. Part 1 of 6, The Hill. The origin of your friend, my friend, our friend. Logan. Wolverine. #1. Cover by one Mr. Joe Quesada. Amazing Spider-Man. Numbers 30 through 32. This is a collected edition. So it's got the cover of I think it's number 30. Like, yeah, 30. I just showcased it a while ago. My memory is going. It's too early. Bone, #1. 10th anniversary special edition comic book and collectible figure. I don't know where the figure is. But man, this is a great cover. Look at that foam bone climbing through the rocks. Great cover. 10th anniversary. Woo, long time. One of my cool favorite covers of Crypto. Beware of Super Dog. Look at him, man. Look at this guy. With the cape and everything. Awesome. Great cover. Also, Marvel Comics, The Thousand. Number one. This cover kind of looks like the guy who drew the Preacher covers, right? But anyway, The Thousand was a series, a short-lived series that pitted Spider-Man in very kind of it was more mature content, right? But yeah, it was a little bit more mature. So there's that one. That's number one. Cool cover. Another J. Scott Campbell cover. Amazing Spider-Man, number 31. J. Scott Campbell. There's Peter showing teaching high school, I believe. Science. Battle Chasers, number 9, by Mr. Joe Mad. Joe Mad will be at the huge convention this year, so I can't wait. I cannot wait. See if he can sign some books, maybe even do a sketch for me, maybe an interview for me. We'll talk to him about Battle Chasers and about Darksiders. New X-Men, number 116, the White Queen on the cover. She's honestly beautiful. Again, another cover by Mr. Frank Quitely. Beautiful cover, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Let's look at that for a little while. Fantastic. Dexter's Laboratory. Number 25. Special action price at 50 cents. Hack's back. Used to love that cartoon, the Dexter's Laboratory. Oh, man. Gendy Tartakovsky. Dexter's Laboratory, I believe. He created Dexter. Yeah. And then he went on to do Samurai Jack, which is another phenomenal cartoon series. Then he did Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the little animated series, which was incredible. But huge fan. Great cover. Marvel Comics Annual, number 2001, the New X-Men. I like these covers that are like this, right? Isn't that cool? Great cover. Great cover. Just imagine Stan Lee's Wonder Woman. Stan Lee with Jim Lee creating Wonder Woman. Great cover. Look at that. Again, Mr. Jim Lee can do no wrong. I guess so. This stack, this series of books, I have the heavy hitters. Right. Great book. Again, Spider-Man, Spider-Man's Tangled Web. Well, the other was The Thousand, right? This is part of that same series, I think. Spider-Man's Tangled Web, Flowers for Rhino, part 1 of 2. So Rhino, sitting down, I think, in Central Park, smelling flowers. Spidey's just there, just looking at him. Great cover. The Amazing Spider-Man, number 34. Cover by Mr. J. Scott Campbell. Number 34, but in actuality, it's number 475. That's what it says. We're doing the renumbering. It goes back to the original later. Later. Great cover. And then I found this one. This one, my friends. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, the first spectacular issue, January 1999. Now, I have a little story about this image. I forgot that I had this one. Because back in 1999, I believe. Back in 1999. I think that's when the PlayStation 3 was coming out, or it came out, and I wanted to get it. But at the same time, at this mall, the north side of town, they had this the store, the Warner Brothers store. So they had this print, which is the one of this cover, done by Mr. John Romita Sr. and Mr. John Romita Jr. Actually, it says 1998. Anyway, around that time. So I was in, again, another little predicament. The print at the time was around $300. And it's a huge print. It might be like 2 feet tall, 24 inches. and it was signed by both of them. Signed in pencil by the dynamic duo father and son of the Romitas. So I said, am I going to get that, or am I going to get the PS3? Should I get this or should I get that? So I said, you know what? Screw the PS3. I'm going to get this. Well, not this, but the print, which I will showcase later in another video. Oh, man, that print was in a frame. So beautiful. Oh, it's been traveling around with me all over the country when I moved from job to job to job. But I always took that with me. It's this image, Spider-Man in the rain. And, there have been others of Spider-Man in the rain or whatever, but to me, this is it. This is the one. Shows the power and the majesty and also the humility of this character. And this awesome, wonderful, beautiful character. So back in the day, I bought this. It says that I bought it for $10. Okay? But the surprising thing is that it's signed by both father and son. John Romita Sr. and John Romita Jr. back in 98. And in the back, again, a certificate of authenticity. Peter Parker Spider-Man #1 Dynamic Forces exclusive alternate cover as one of a specially limited series of 2,500 copies signed by John Romita Jr. and John Romita Sr. And this is number 213. Isn't that beautiful? This is a beautiful book, man. I love it. But that's the image. And there's the number. There's the signatures. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. Let's see what else. Fathom #1. That's my favorite cover. Of all the covers, that is my favorite. And I bought also a print of this too. But this is downright, hands down, to me, the best Fathom cover. She's turning into water, or coming back from turning into water. Again by Mr. Michael Turner. I love, this is majestic, man. This is majestic. Beautiful. Beautiful book. Beautiful. Extreme X-Men number 4. Again by Mr. Salvador La Roca. Beautiful cover. Beautiful. I don't know who that is, but damn. Beautiful. Okay. Bone, Ace Edition. Wizard was having those Ace Editions. And it's one of those clear covers, and then in the back it's like has another cover. So this front cover is just the first, I guess the crystal clear cover, the plastic one is phone bone, right? and then when you or and the bees or whatever, and you take that back, it's like an animation cell, and it's just the rock or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, Wizard Ace Edition, Bone number 66, by Mr. Jeff Smith. Cartoon Books. Again, my friends, I can't highly recommend and rave about this series. Do yourselves a favor and read it. Electro number 1. Beautiful. Not a beautiful book. It says Marvel Knights, violent content. Fantastic. Covered by Mr. Greg Horn. Beautiful, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. Marvel Knights again. Fantastic Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. By Grant Morrison and Jay Lee. And there's Ben Grimm. He's not the Thing. Heading over to the Baxter Building. Right? Fantastic. Beautiful cover. Just imagine Stan Lee with Joe Kubert creating Batman. Fantastic. Joe Kubert, my friends, the late, great Joe Kubert, with Art Chores on this book. Oh man, awesome. Fantastic. A legend. Two legends doing the Batman. Also, I found in the stack this one. Amazing Spider-Man number... Amazing Spider-Man number 66. The Madness of Mysterio. And it's a great condition too. It's a little beat up here, you know. Actually, part of the cover is missing. But it presents well, you know. It's pretty. And then behind that one I had Amazing Spider-Man number 128. The Amazing Spider-Man number 128, Marvel Comics Group. You! It can't be! It can't! I put you behind bars a few minutes ago. No jail can hold the Vulture. Not when I have sworn your death. The shadow of the Vulture. Fantastic. All right, my friends. Well, should I end it there? Should I end it there? Or do you want to see another stack? Another stack. I guess I'll end it there. So, anyway, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for coming on aboard for adventure. But I'll be back. I'll be back. Stay hungry. Keep hunting. Be a hero to everyone, my friends. God bless. Have a great and awesome week. And remember, my friends, peace. Always